Welcome. I'm so excited because today we're talking about the homeschool blues. Do you have the homeschool blues? I hope you don't. Whether your first year of homeschooling is this year or if you're starting a new year and you've been homeschooling for a while, you might have the homeschool blues. And what I'm talking about is you started thinking you were like, this is a new year, we're going to get going. And then maybe there's some disappointment there, like it's not going how you wanted it to. Or there's frustration, complaining, there's all these things happening. I did talk about last week, or actually, it was 2 weeks ago, how to get into your homeschool groove and kind of get rid of, kind of anticipate the complaining and ease into the homeschool year. So if you haven't listened to that podcast or watched that, make sure you go back and listen to that one. But if you are finding yourself already in this state or you're afraid to get there, I'm going to give you 5 quick things today that you can try right now to get out of the homeschool blues and to reset, because that's what needs to happen. You don't want to spend the whole year frustration in complaining and stress that you're going to fail your kids. And it I see it all the time, you guys. I see it all the time in Facebook groups, in online forums. I see all this stress about we're already into 1 week or it's only been 2 weeks and I'm already feeling the stress. I'm already feeling burnt out. I'm frustrated because it's not going how I thought it would. I'm getting pushback. I'm having low motivation to my kids. I'm not even motivated and we have to do something different. I'm ready to give up. Don't give up just yet. Take these 5 things I'm going to give to you today and implement them. You can go slowly, but I obviously recommend a complete overhaul. Just take a step back. See, this is one of the very first things that we do in the Inspiring Lifelong Learning Academy. It is so important for us to take a step back, to reset, and to really think about what are our learning expectations? Let's get some new ones. Let's build relationships. Let's heal them if necessary. And let's start looking at our routines and having some more fun. And because this is what we need to gain those new learning expectations. Oftentimes, kids come into the school year thinking, and we use the word school. You guys know I don't use the word school, I use the word studies because for me, school has a negative connotation. It means something. But if I say studies or learning time or something like that, then that sends a completely different message for me. And not to mention my son, he's never been to school. So how does he know? But he has a connotation that I give to it because I have this negative feeling about it. So we don't even use school. We talk about studies. So one of the things I want you to think about is what is your thinking about school? What is your thinking about learning? Now, there are a lot of other podcasts I did that you can go back to and listen to the message that should be sent if you want high level of love of learning. Because if you're experiencing the homeschool blues, I can guarantee you it's not the curriculum. It's not even your schedule. Well, it might be partially your schedule. But it is low motivation. It is low love of learning is the true cause. And so if we can get that love of learning back up, then everybody's experience is different. The motivation comes back up, the curiosity, the fun, and the stress goes down. And the fear that we're going to fail our kids goes down. So that's what I want you to focus on. I want you to focus on shifting away from the box checking, which is likely what you're doing if the homeschool blues are there, and moving toward love of learning. That's why we do the love of learning reset in the Inspiring Lifelong Learning Academy as the very first thing we do. We have to overcome those limiting beliefs. And the 5 things I'm going to share with you today are just little quick moves that you can make that if you're just feeling a little bit blue, and not completely there, then this will make a big difference. If you're all the way into the homeschool blues and everybody's hating life, you might need a little bit more than this. Okay. And it's likely that you do. So if that's the case, then make sure you click the link in the show notes or in my wherever you're watching this or listening to it right now, and in the show notes, the descriptions, there's a link for us to have a chat. And it's important for us to know what's been happening, what's been going on, why is motivation low, and what we can do to fix it because every family has a different situation. That's why I love to chat with you guys. Okay. I love to figure that stuff out. It's fun for me. It's really exciting. And I love to see the difference that it makes in your life. We just had an Inspiring Lifelong Learning Academy group mentoring call today. And I can tell you, I am so proud of every single one of those families, every single one of those parents, because they're making huge leaps and gains in their thinking, in their schedules, their routines, and they're actively, intentionally moving forward to creating a homeschool groove that really keeps high level of love of learning and making sure that you create a culture around it that keeps it there. Okay. So that's the difference. You got to be able to learn the skills to be like, oh man, we're in the homeschool blues. We got to change some things. We got to do a level of learning reset. And then we have to create the culture that supports that reset, that you now have a new situation that has high level of learning. And we need to keep it there, right? Because it's so much more fun and the kids learn so much more when you do. It's exciting. Even in spite of you, it's really weird. They learn in spite of you. They'll come and be like, I just learned this, and they'll follow you around the house telling you about it. My son was trying to tell me about some AI thing last night. You guys know Kenyon and how he loves his AI. And I got this theory about this, and this is how this is going to work. And I'm like, it's so late. We need to go to bed. Can we talk about it tomorrow? But it's constantly like that. Or guess what I learned about today? And this, just all of these things happening. If you want that kind of a culture in your home, then you've got to do a little reset. If you're not getting that, you got a little homeschool blues happening, and we need to reset that. So, the 5 things I'm going to talk about today are quick little shifts that you can make. And when you make those, if those are not enough, then we need to chat. We need to figure out what else is going on and how we can go a little deeper into that reset, okay? Because you guys, we go to a deep reset and it's so fantabulous when we get on the other side of that and we start to see wins. And our Inspiring Lifelong Learning Academy members were just talking about all their wins today. I was writing them all down. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh. Jen got in her homeschool groove. She's feeling so much better. She said she felt so much more free, less stressed, and so much more happy. And I love that. I love to hear about that. So, the 5 things that I want to talk about, if you're on our newsletter email list, then you already got this as a PDF in your email and you can print it out. I even gave you a printable version. If you're not on our email list, I send out stuff like this all the time. I'm always giving you tips and resources, whether it's through me or through a guest on our podcast. So make sure that you get on our email list. You can go to our website. You can just DM me. Just DM me your email address and I'll say I want in and I'll put you on the list and I'll send you the PDF. So if you want the copy of this, then you can get it through DMing me on social, Cami Wanis on Facebook, and the Freedom Scholar on Instagram. Okay, just send me a DM and say love of learning gift, and I'll send it over to you and get you on our email list. Okay. All right, so let's get into the 5 things that we are going to do to level up. And I'm going to tell you this, even if you're not feeling homeschool blues necessarily, these are good to have in your repertoire, in your back pocket, that you can just pull out and be like, okay, we felt a little blue yesterday. How can we get back into the fun zone? How can we get back into the learning zone that is also fun? Don't mistake that fun is not learning because you can do both. I think a lot of parents sometimes think that they just because we're having fun means we're not learning as much. That is absolutely 100% not the case if you're doing it in the right way and sending the right message, okay? So, We're going to talk about those 5 things. Are you ready? Get your pencils out, get your notebooks out, or just go ahead and DM me right now. And or you can comment below this if you're watching this on YouTube or on Facebook. You can comment below and just say PDF gift and put your email address. If you don't want to put it in there, I'll just DM you. Just put PDF gift and then I'll just DM you, okay? All right, you guys, this is very exciting. So, if you're feeling the homeschool blues, here's 5 things you can try right now. The first thing is something I talked about a couple weeks ago, which is to start small. Start small. So that means creating little mini sessions, creating little wins, building momentum in those little wins before you add more. So if you've already gone full board and you're already in the box checking, like we're in a full school day kind of mode, step back a little bit and create small, easy little wins that can help build confidence and momentum in that love of learning. Okay, we got to rebuild those expectations. The second thing, number 2, is to add fun first. So when you first start the day, kick it off with something fun. Play a math game. Do your read aloud. Do a fun read aloud, right? Like a Shel Silverstein or a Dr. Seuss or some fun. There was a funny book that we read by Mark Twain, and it was a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's court. Very silly, a little bit deeper, very Mark Twainy, but just kind of silly at the same time. So, although it is actually a very deep book. It's amazing. So, as only Mark Twain can do, of course. So, add fun first. Maybe it's something short, something easy, and maybe you do a little poem. Maybe you do a little art project. Maybe you do, although for me, I'm of the mom that's like, "Oh my gosh, art projects take forever." They don't have to. I get it. Some of you guys are really, really, really good at that. Okay. So, if you are like that, then good for you. I need some tips. So add fun first. Get a little win before you start getting into your day. And then number 3, switch it up a little bit. Okay, you might need to get out of your house. Take your learning and take it to the park. It's still pretty nice in most places unless you're starting rain already. So go ahead and just take it outside. Take it to the backyard. Take it to the beach. Whatever the case, just take it somewhere outside of your house, take it to a different room than normal, like do a fun little play in the garage. I don't care, but take it somewhere else, switch it up, or maybe swap a subject. Like you know, math's been really hard for us lately. Take it out of the day. Do it with games. Switch it up. Take the formal curriculum out and change it up with games, right? Do curiosity starters. What do you guys want to learn about today? Right? And if they're not feeling it, they'd say, I don't know what I want to learn about. Pick something that they're into and just start digging in. Because I guarantee you, they're going to get off to the races once you're going. Okay. So that's number 3. So we have start small, add fun first, switch it up. And number 4 is pause to connect. A lot of times our kids are really struggling with confidence in their ability to learn, in how well they learn, how much work they get done, how much work they don't get done. They just have their perfectionism. We were just talking about that with some of our kids this morning. And it's important that they know that you're there for them because you've got them no matter what, right? Because if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are that person. You are that parent for them. So pause to connect. Just if things are getting a little hard, stop, give a hug, sing a song, share a laugh, have a snack, something to just lift up the energy of everyone. Positive, anything positive, encouragement, right? Let them know you're there for them. Let them know how you feel too. It's not just them being frustrated. A lot of times they think it's just us, it's just me. I'm just frustrated and I just can't learn it. I've had my son actually say that to me. I'm so sorry, mom. I can't, it's taking me so long to figure this out. Wow, that was a big step back for me, and that was a gut punch. And I was like, "What? You never have to be sorry for taking a long time to figure something out if it's not making sense to you and you're putting in effort." Of never, never. That was my fault. That was my fault for not seeing that he wasn't ready yet and that we needed to do something different and keeping pushing, 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 pushing. Pushing always leads to lower level of learning when they're not ready. If they have high level of learning, you can push a little and just know you have to know where to stop though. Okay. That's what the Inspiring Lifelong Learning Academy is about. So pause to connect. Always encourage, love on them, love, 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 love. Hugs and kisses. And if your kids are older, do something together encouraging. Give an authentic compliment. That means so much to a teenager. I really like how much thought you're putting into this. I really love how you've looked at this a different way. All they need is an authentic compliment. People, I mean, me, I can live for a long time off an authentic compliment. It is a lot. It means a lot. So be very, very giving with your encouragement and your compliments. I don't know why I said that. But the fifth thing is, and the last thing we're going to talk about today, is to simplify your energy. Simplify for energy. So you need to keep a lot of times when you have kids, a lot of kids, and even just a couple of kids that are in different places, it can be really draining if you're constantly you feeling like you're trying to keep up with each person's personality and their schedule and their different situations and the complaint. It's just a lot. And then your regular day and the activities and trying to keep food on the table, trying to keep laundry done, all of these things, which by the way, we create systems to help you with that in the Inspiring Lifelong Learning Academy. But simplifying for energy, for your energy, is very important. So simplify your schedule, say no to extras. That means extra things for you, extra things for the kids, within reason, of course. We don't want to take everything out of their life necessarily, but sometimes we have to simplify a lot. Okay. And that's okay. And then create space in your day. Know that downtime is good time. Downtime for everyone allows everybody to take a breath. It allows for kids to come up with things on their own to do. And I don't mean video games. I mean things that they can be creative with, things that they can invent, things that they play around with, build. That is productive downtime. And I know you're going to get a lot of complaining, but you can eventually, when they get used to that, maybe they pick up a book. Maybe they do something else, but you have productive time for downtime where they're actually free to do the things that they love. For older kids, it'll be, and we just had this discussion this morning in our group mentoring session. We talked about making sure that the kids do have time for the things that they love. Otherwise, it's just a have to, have to, have to, have to. But when we can merge the things that they love with the things that they're learning, ah, now that's a bigger conversation. We can have it a different time. And if you're wanting that, if you're hungry for that, definitely check the link in the description and in the show notes to contact me, because we can absolutely make that happen. And it's so cool when it does. So these are quick 5 things you can do right now to get rid of the homeschool blues and just get a new fresh start. So starting small, add fun first, switch it up, pause to connect, and simplify for energy. Okay, so those are the 5 things. If that's not working for you, if it's not enough, if you need to know how to implement it, please let's chat. I love doing that stuff. It's really fun and it's so empowering when you really can make a difference and you can take that stress out of the day. Okay. All right, you guys, I will see you next time. And I know that you guys are going to get rid of the homeschool blues. See you soon. Bye bye.